Welcome back to the Junk Room, everybody. It's noontime, time for our nooner video, and we're going to talk about how the Rancor Haslab crowdfunding toy, whatever you want to call it, didn't get backed. Now, I'm going to be honest, I'm making this video an hour before it ends. It's still got about $2,000 away, but it's been sitting at almost $2,000 away all day, so it actually has 1 hour and 49 minutes, so I don't think it's going to make it. But this video, even if it does make it, barely gets there, this video was still... you still watch this video because what I want to touch on doesn't really have anything to do with if it's backed or if it's not backed. It's two things that I see going on online, mostly on Facebook and social media, and that kind of makes me scratch my head. It makes me say, what? First up, let's get to this one. There seems to be somewhat of a glee. People excited that it's not getting backed. Like they got their fingers crossed. Oh my God, it's not going to get backed. Yes. I don't know why they wouldn't. Why wouldn't you want? Okay, let's say you don't want the Rancor. I get that. You don't want the Rancor. You don't think it's good. You don't want to back it. I get that. Nothing about that. But why would you be happy that Steve over there doesn't get the Rancor? He backed it. It didn't get funded, and he doesn't get to get the Rancor he wanted. You know, all these other people, that did back it, the almost 7,221, they don't get the Rancor. But you didn't want it, and you're over there, not you personally, but you know what I'm talking about, you social media guy, is excited. I don't understand. Why would you be excited? Let me know if you're one of these people that's at their keyboard waiting for this thing to end, getting, oh, yes, it's not going to get back. And then you're going to go on YouTube and make a video about it. You're going to be angry. Hasbro, this proves that no one wants to crowdfund toys. You don't crowdfund toys. This is proof right here. No, it's not proof. That's the whole point of crowdfunding these things. You'll throw something out there, fans will back it, a whole bunch of them. Throw something out, and they get some of the fans, and not the majority of the fans. And that's what the whole good thing about this crowdfunding toy thing is. Some of it will get made, some of it won't get made. That's how the system's supposed to work. But I don't understand the glee. Now, this has come from a guy that doesn't like, that I can't stand Hasbro when it comes to Star Wars. They do a lot of dumb things. They don't give me what I think. I probably use the term what fans want, but that's really, it's hard. All fans want different things. So I really don't like that saying what fans want. But I don't understand the glee, the happiness, I'm sure people that worked on this at Hasbro, that they put a lot of work. The toy designers probably put a lot of work in this thing, and they probably want to see it back. These 7,000 people, they want to see it back so they can get it. But I don't understand why some of the people out there are just so happy and thrilled if it doesn't get backed. Now, if you got that one out of the way, you can let me know in the comments about that one, why you'll be happy for it. But I think it's just the time we will live in. We live in this time period now where people love to see other people fail. I see it with movies. It's like, oh, I don't like that movie. I hope it tanks at the box office. Why? If you don't like it, don't go see it. I hope it's a success. I don't understand why people want other people to fail. There's some YouTubers out there I don't like. I'm not going to say their name. I might get a copyright strike if I do. And you know what? He's getting close to 100,000. Good. I hope he gets 100,000. I hope he breaks 1 million. I hope he gets tons and tons of video views. I hope his YouTube channel is successful. You know what? The more successful he is, the more I get recommended and the more I am. And there's plenty of room for all of us. So I don't understand this whole, oh, I hope that movie fails, or I hope that YouTuber fails, or I hope, I don't understand that. Now, let's go to the second topic in this video I want to talk about. It's related to the crowdfunding, because I see this a lot also, is this is $1 million company, probably $1 billion company. It's Hasbro here. Why are they crowdfunding toys at all? It's not like there's some new toy company or, just getting in the market. They should be able to sell this Rancor at the store. They should be able to take risks and put stuff out there in the stores, and they don't need to crowdfund. Well, let's just be honest. You can deny it all you want to. There's some people out there, there's people that deny that the DVD market's dying, or the physical movie release, physical media is dying out. It's like those people that held on to cassette tapes in the 90s, like, oh no, cassette tapes aren't going anywhere, no. So you had that, and you had these other people that want to admit that the action figure market is dying out also. that kids are not into action figures as much as they used to be. That, especially when it comes to movie and television, more so than video games or something like Fork and Knife and all that, that sells pretty good. But overall, kids are not collecting action figures, especially not movie tie-ins. I know you'll say, well, Marvel sells. Yes, there's exceptions to every rule, and some toy lines do better than others. But overall, the whole market, kids don't care about action figures. And those that do, because I know there's some people going to say, my son and his friends all love the action figurines. I know, I hear it every time I bring it up. That's not how you judge something because you got a son and his 3 friends buy something. That doesn't mean that it's selling. Overall, sales of the toy line, it's going away. So you can admit it. So some of you just don't want to admit it. Like some of you don't want to admit that the home disc market is dead also. Of course, there's some hangers-ons out there. I still buy toys. I don't buy physical media, but I still buy toys sometimes if it looks cool. But as a toy buyer or Hasbro, a toy seller, they need more than just us collectors. They don't need more than the Marvel and Star Wars collectors, the adult collectors, to keep the market going the way it is now. With crowdfunding, they can aim toward that collector's market and give us stuff that they would never be able to get in the stores, like a Rancor, like the sales barge. Now, I did a video where I don't think the Rancor was the best choice for HasLab. I just didn't feel like they put much thought into it. I felt like, they did something with Jedi. They need to move on to Empire or the original Star Wars, A New Hope, as some people call it. So I never felt like the Rancor was really a wise step at this time. But hey, I don't want it to fail. But this is what toy companies are going to be moving to. I don't know if Mattel does any crowdfunding, but they will. Trust me. Come back to this video in about 5 years. I bet you they'll be already done crowdfunding. I'll be surprised if it takes that long, probably within the year. But if you want to have stuff we don't have, if you want to have a toy line, especially Star Wars, Marvel stuff like that, you're going to have to get on the crowdfunding stuff. You'll get some cheaper, smaller dollar items, but you're not going to get something like a sales bar or a Rancor. I don't think you're even going to see like a full Falcon anytime soon. I think them days are gone. Ships are about gone. Good sized toy ships. Play sets are about dead. You don't see play sets. If you do, they're probably cardboard and small and cheap and stupid. You don't even want to play with them. But overall, the market's dying, guys. Sorry, we're growing up. Kids don't like, and even the kids that are into action figures, because you're like, my son, his kids play with that. Yeah. But see, when we were growing up with action figures, we played with action figures till about 13. And then probably about 14 to 15, we played with them and didn't tell anybody we were playing with them. Now, those kids that do play with action figures is like 7 or 8. Then they're moving on to, their PlayStations, their video games, their smartphone, their iPads, and all that. It's a different time we live in. But you guys, I think, all know that. But I want to throw this up. I want to see do you think I'm wrong? Do you think crowdfunding is not the way to go? Do you think the toy movie action figure market is the best it's ever been and selling really high and making all the numbers going up every year and it's not a dying market? Tell me I'm wrong. And why, if you're excited that it doesn't get back, why are you excited if it fails? Just gonna move on to the next thing. I don't understand. It doesn't mean crowdfunding itself fails. It doesn't mean Hasbro sucks, although I personally think they do. It just means, hey, the fans overall didn't really feel like they wanted to invest in the Rancor. And that's what the crowdfunding is. They didn't feel like they wanted it, so the majority of them is going to go for something else. They won't do this Rancor, or maybe they will. And then, a couple months later, they'll say, hey, let's do this. And fans will be all excited, or they won't be excited. We'll just have to wait and see. Anyway, let me know in the comments below how wrong I am. And I guess that's it, guys. Come back at 5 o'clock where we're going to look at vintage Star Wars watches that you wear on your arm. That's right, watches that you can wear on your arm. Check that out. I guess that's it, guys. Thumb up on you like my content. Subscribe to the channel. We'll talk again soon.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.